and 130 pounds. Yup, I know how fishing stories go, but I brought proof. Good afternoon, honorable judges, fellow 4-H'ers, family, and friends. Today I'm here to talk to you about the adventure I will never forget. Deep sea fishing with my dad and stepdad. To explain, my stepfamily are close family friends, and I call them my stepmom and stepdad. Now, I was lucky enough to spend one exhilarating day on the Pacific Ocean deep sea fishing with my dads. It was on both their bucket lists. I, on the other hand, thought it would be a great way to enhance my tan. We were all sitting at the front of the boat when the line started singing, "Fish on." Let's just say I have never seen two old men jump up so fast in my life. By the time I stood up, they were already at the back of the boat. They were so excited, they almost spilled their non-alcoholic beverages. All this hustle was for, wait for it, a pelican who would hit the line. The looks on their faces were priceless. As we headed to the front of the boat, I thought now was as good a time as any to call dibs on the first fish we caught. Not even 10 minutes later, the line just started singing, "Fish on." Without even thinking, stepdad grabbed the video camera and my dad fixed the chair so I could sit. I was so surprised when my dad pushed me into the chair and threw the rod in my hands. I was reeling in our fish. 12 minutes of fierce reeling and fighting, and my 130-pound sailfish was looking me straight in the eye. Not like these pythons had any problem. I mean, look at them, almost as big as Arnold's. As the fish got up to the boat, the first mate had his club ready to go. Just as he grabbed the massive sailfish, the club was thrown from his hands. And he yelled something in Spanish, which I highly doubt was "oh dear." He then turned to my dad and asked for a bottle. Of course, my dad, not wanting to waste any liquids, grabbed an empty one. With one quick thump, our sailfish was in the boat. After seeing a pod of humpback whales, 2 sea turtles, and hearing how the first mate thinks raccoon makes good stew, we sailed into port. The smiles on our faces were huge. There were 4 sailfish already hanging. We all gave the nod. Ours is the biggest. After we finished hanging Nemo, that's what I named him, my man came up to admire our fish. I made it very clear I reeled in our fish in only 12 minutes. He went on to explain it took him 25 minutes to reel in his obviously smaller fish. Our friendly U.S. neighbor found it very hard to believe it took a girl only 12 minutes to reel in this monstrous fish. I told him us Saskatchewan farm girls aren't made of sugar and flexed Betsy and Sue, my pythons, and told him not everything's flat on the prairies. I could hear his friends say, "It's long, but yours is fatter," and I thought, whatever lets you sleep at night. To both my mom's horror, Nemo was being mounted, crated, and shipped to Canada. Yup. He was coming to our house for a year, then step-families for a year. Beneath the fish, the plaque will read, "Kelsey's catch, stepdad's rod."